Hi Robert, can you please describe this exhibit and tell us where it came from?
This exhibit is a Mussel Shell Injection Set. It was made by Boris Wellcome in London it was patented in 1910.
Can you please explain why this is called the Mussel Shell Ampule?
This is called a Mussel Shell Injection Set because of its appearance. It closes, snaps shut easily and is good for pocket use for emergencies.
What drugs were administered through this ampule and why were they administered?
Right, the drugs used in these items were in the form of tabloids that were dissolvable in distilled water. The ingredients had a range of things that you might need in an emergency. Most unexpectedly is strychnine. Strychnine was used to stimulate muscles, so with a paralysis the idea was that you might get muscle movement out of somebody. But the other drugs were things like morphine, which is self-explanatory, was for pain relief. Atropine is invariably in it, and I imagine it was mainly there to dry the mouth, stop vomiting and slow the pulse. But it was also, it's important to remember that full general anaesthetics were often given at home, so that it was used as a pre-med to dry the mouth and stop choking, particularly with things like ether. Other cardiac stimulants were very much part of the mix.
Could you please explain why we don't make glass ampules like this anymore?
These are no longer made today for several reasons. Probably the main issue is that we no longer use glass syringes, we use plastic disposable syringes. We no longer use sharpening needles that are resharpened each time. And on the whole, people don't carry around pocket sets like this. They might have it in a doctor's bag or a rather smart emergency bag. Then, in fact, most emergency drugs are now already pre-syringe packed, so you don't even have to fill the syringe, you just use a syringe that is already ready for you. But it has been out of fashion for a very long time because they stopped making them round about 1925-30.